What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? It's the Pretty Thorough Podcast. Brillo, how you doing?
I'm great. We back again. They never disappoint us each week. Let's get into it. This is crazy
This
talk.
is not,
As
we
my man
log off.
OT would say, nasty work.
Shout out to Detroit.
Nasty work.
We log off for the day. The next day, they out here tripping. Okay.
It's like Thursday. I'm looking at Thursdays now. Like that's the day everything kind of hit the fan.
Yeah.
Every week, Thursday.
People just don't know how to act. Well, let's see who's up in here. We got Daria, DeMarcus, Ronald Cameron, Samira. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming through. We're both streaming on both channels. So please make sure y'all liking the video on both channels. Okay, make sure you're subscribed and all of the things. Hey, Derry, how are you? Jesus Christ. Let's just get right into it, Brillo.
Where you going first, man?
Carly.
Oh.
Please come to the front, ma'am. If you guys have been under a rock, because you really have to have been under a rock if you haven't heard of this name. Is a young woman from Birmingham, Alabama. I believe she's 25. She apparently, had a story that she was, trying to save a toddler at night on the highway. And it's looking as though what it seemed to have been her abduction was her wanting to take like a little vacation of some sorts. Okay, it seems like it possibly, she was trying to get the attention of an ex or what have you. But a lot has developed. Like we would literally take an hour breaking down this case, but I'm sure you all have been abreast of what's going on. Before you get into the ruler, I just got to say I'm highly disappointed. As a woman, the African American woman, and unfortunately, she is my sorority sister. She's a fellow member, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority.
Hey, look, nah.
So I'm definitely feeling away. Okay, I'm feeling away. It's just definitely an embarrassment. Of course, it hasn't been completely ruled that she had made it up because FBI is not really getting much details from her. But based on her search history and her phone, she looked up how to steal money from a cash register without getting noticed. She Googled her favorite movie, Taken. All right. She Googled how old you have to be and how much would it cost to have an Amber Alert. So it's looking as though she planned this whole thing and really disappointed so many people. The people are outraged because it seems as though the one time this gains true national attention and all the resources are being utilized, she was playing in our face the whole time. I mean, from jump, there was a lot of inconsistencies, but we were rooting for you. I'm glad she's alive. Let me just say that. But girl, Brillo, just go. What are your thoughts about this case?
First and foremost, man, I want to say yes, I was also embarrassed and disgusted by her actions. Man, she is goofy. First and foremost, shout out to the dude who got up out of that. Now we see why he left you alone. Like we see why my man left you alone.
For a script.
Dude, it's like make up a complete story. And at first it's like, man, like you said, the first time he gets some kind of national attention, she making up this story. She even went and stopped and bought Cheez-Its and bought a robe, went out and had a snack pack, just in the woods, talking about she saw a baby. Like, come on, man. It's no excuse. Lock her up, man. Lock her up and question. Is it any way that our illustrious sisters of AKA can kind of get that off y'all? They gotta get that off y'all resume right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that she may,
Can you do something to get you kicked out the squad out of the fraternity? I mean, sorority. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, there are logistics involved to be able to do so. It's
No
just
more pink and green for you. You got to go. I know I don't speak for the ladies at AKA, but I'm sure that they would agree with me. Man,
yes.
it's disgraceful. Imagine all of the women and families that actually have somebody be abducted, and that's a big thing right now. With
Yes.
the
Trafficking. Mhm.
it's huge with
Yes.
abductions and things like that. For her to make up this story, and then you got people searching for you. I read a story of a woman who actually her child actually got abducted, and she spent her money to bring people down and actually search for this goofball and lend a helping hand to try to help this lady who's clearly just stupid at this point. Like, you're googling things you didn't like. Clearly, you didn't watch Taken.
It was her favorite movie. They have it on social media where she's mentioned this was her favorite movie. She Googled it, days prior. Like, she Googled bus tickets. Like, this girl, and that's the thing, you can't even really plead like temporary insanity because you've been planning this for days. Like, I don't know the criteria of what temporary means, but in my head, it means, within like 20, minutes or so. Like, I'm
Temporary
so
insanity. Somebody do something to you, you crash out right there in the moment, do something that you're gonna regret. Okay, that's temporary insanity. But this was a well thought out, tremendously idiotic scheme for no reason other than like my man Demarcus said. Shout out to Demarcus. Attention seeking, disgusting, nasty work, as OT would say. Nasty work. This is an embarrassment to the black community, man.
Yeah.
So now the next black queen that's abducted, people gonna be wanting you to prove it. Like, wanting this, you know what I'm saying? Instead of looking, now we're gonna have to show proof of abduction. This angers me a lot. Lock her ass up, please.
Definitely.
She needs to go to prison. And I don't say that about a lot. I don't wish jail on people. I know that's a breaking the cup. Lock her up, man. I don't feel like that should be a charge. What are you doing?
And you can tell, even the FBI agent, I've never seen them with such an attitude. He was so over it. He was like, all right, I ain't never really heard them spew off details like they was giving her whole search history. And it was funny, it was always 1 a.m, 2 a.m. So you up late at night thinking about this. And they had showed text messages she's exchanged with the young lady who was supposedly messing with her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, and just talking cash-ish. And I'm just hoping, either way, it's still bad. But if it's really over a dude.
Shout out to that dude, man. He got up out of there. I don't care. Like, great decision right there, man. Get up under there. It's over. She really thought that, like, oh my, we're not gonna make sense of this.
No.
Whether it's over a dude or anything, we're not gonna make sense of it.
And sorry,
this is
he was
disgusting.
rooting for her at first, and then he
deleted. Sad by it. Like, first of all, baby getting out your car, you involve a baby at that, and then
no word of the baby, might add.
Right, and then she said the baby was a white baby,
so
they're gonna be all over that.
Exactly.
But she was so-called. My man said she went 600 yards. He had to break it down. He said 6 football fields. Like, in case you didn't know what 100 yards looked like, 6 of them joints. She following this baby for 6 football fields. Nobody else saw this baby on the freeway.
No. And she gets out, goes to the passenger side, takes her wig off, her Apple Watch, and just walks like, casually in the woods. And then her story about being abducted, put in the 18-wheel, like, it's stuff that this girl, like, I would rather You use this for
Horrible
a
writing.
TV show, but this ain't even no good TV show. It's
Horrible
giving
writing.
very
Like,
much
they
horrible
blindfolded me
movie.
and took pictures of me. Like, you got a vivid imagination. Take you a writing class. Do something. You know what I mean? Get into screenwriting. You have a vivid imagination.
Yeah,
You know,
maybe she was inspired by the strike. I don't know.
sound like some Tubi type stuff.
Yes. That's what I'm so concerned about is just the future. Even though, this question was posed by, the FBI agent when he was having a press conference, he's saying they're always going to continue to, treat every case as is, but you already know. Yeah, that may be the general consensus, but we know it's probably going to be some racist cop talking about, some, Indian girl, oh, she missing. We don't believe her. I'm not going to try hard. Like, this is so horrible. And might I add, there have been cases where Caucasian woman has done similar things, but we barely hear about these stories because they keep it quiet amongst themselves because they know they're trying to protect their Caucasian queens. But
put her on black. This is like I said, man. Something needs to happen to this lady. She does not need to be out here on the streets.
So that's the question. Okay, you want her to be jailed. What would be like
well, I shouldn't say jailed.
You said go to prison.
I know, but I thought about it. I'm reevaluating. I'm not gonna wish prison on her, but she definitely needs help. She need to be in the facility to somebody that can help her. Because mentally, she's a danger to the community, a danger to herself. She took away people that could have been doing good work, looking for somebody else to look for her. The whole nation is looking, and I went back and looked at the press conferences. Man, her parents knew she was full of crap. I would be so embarrassed with this child.
As a parent, what do you do? Because most parents gonna ride for their kids, but this probably would have been the point. I'm like, baby girl, you got to go on over there and tell these people what you done did. Have me looking crazy.
I'm not making a statement. No comment. No comment. You're not gonna get me in front of no mic talking about look for my sister. This and that. I actually felt something for this when it first happened. I'm like, man, I was feeling something.
Yeah.
Man, I hope it worked out. Like, man, this is dangerous. And she was quote unquote being a hero, trying to save a baby. Yes. Well, why do you have to include a baby? You could have just went missing. Like, go on, do not disturb. Go on your staycation.
Yeah.
What are you trying to get attention for? That man don't want you back. He's not gonna care that you gone. Goofy. Like, man.
Candy Love says she needs to visit women that have actually gone through this and families for the ones. Yeah, she needs to pay restitution. I don't know if it's community service for the next 10 years. Something. I mean, yes, therapy is definitely needed, but she needs more. Like, I don't know if I completely feel that she understood how this is going to be blown up, but if you including a white baby, that should automatically tell you the authorities is going to be on it. If you say it was little man, on the highway, maybe you can keep this undercover, but you involve the police. Ain't like you just went on, take your little break. You involved the police. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
She really thought like this was an elite plan. Like, you go stay at the wreck. By her even involving the cops, like, yeah, I'm gonna have a record. I'm gonna call them, and then I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream and then drop my phone and stuff, and they gonna just think, no, I was abducted, and then I'm gonna come back, and they're not going. You didn't think they were gonna do an investigation?
Yeah, what was the afterthought? What was the plan? Like, how was you trying to follow this through? That's what I want to know. Like, how far did you think? Because you was up 2-3 in the morning researching. So, what was the end of the plan? Oh, you get found, and the guy falls in love with you again, and y'all live happily ever after. Like,
you realized how much he loved her when she was missing, and he was out there looking for her. And when she found out, she ran into his arms, and hugged her, and said, I forgive you. I want to be back with you.
I never wanted to let you out of my sight again.
I know. I just didn't know how much I loved you until I thought you were gone.
Oh my God!
Like, man, she just
F.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
And just
I know somewhere a racist family and shit. They laughing.
yes.
They are big laughing about this.
Yes. And see, this is why we don't look for them, but this is why.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look for a look.
Please, I just hope, just please, any police.
Oh man, and
please.
then go ahead, my bad.
No, I'm just saying, just pleading, like this is a one-time occurrence. Please do not lack on any future cases, because there are truly women out there that has not been found. That's my concern. Like, did you not think about this? Like, you're not a dumb girl.
Hey, I gotta say, man, I kind of got it back and forth with one of my homeboys when it first dropped. He was like, "Some don't feel right with this." Like, he was saying something don't feel right with it, and I'm like, kind of like side on, like, man, what you on?
Yeah,
he FaceTimed me and didn't even say nothing. Just looked at me like, and no words was exchanged. But I'm like, I just hung up. I couldn't even deal with it. I'm out here going to bat for this idiot.
We over here getting arguments. She changing relationships.
People still saying allegedly. Like, can we stop with that? Like, I know it's legalities, but come on.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And the weird part is, and I be going a little crazy, a little far, but you know how sometimes it could be copycat people. I just hope, because this is the land of the clout. So please don't nobody try this at home. Like, we don't have time for no more games, okay?
I just seen so many memes.
Oh yeah,
her and Jesse. Like, first Jesse started it off making stuff up. Crazy. His plan was a little better though, at least. Little.
It was just the whole going to Subway at like 2 a.m. That's the thing. You could have said McDonald's. You could have said, I took Arby's or Wendy's. Well, Arby's, I don't know if I would believe that either. But Subway at midnight in a blizzard in Chicago. Both stories sound suspicious to some degree, but since it was a black woman, you would think just a normal person would not go to these lengths.
What you mean? What you say? He said, nah, what I say? They talking about the Jesse. Yeah, they both was two bonehead plans. Like, I ain't
both. Yes.
Craziness, man. It's embarrassing. I feel like I'm a relative.
No, I feel you. Like, there were celebrities, there were local people in Birmingham who didn't know this girl.
She did not know it was about to blow up like this. She just thought she was gonna get her man.
my man.
She thought she was gonna get her man. And now she is the laughing stock of America. This story might even go nationwide.
Yeah.
She's the laughing stock of America, man.
Of America.
Like, where is she right now? Can somebody get an interview? When she does have to speak, if she does, oh man, must see TV.
If she ever does, like, she's got to wait this long without having to speak to.
Yeah, I hope she need help, because she might try to do something to herself. I was thinking that, but the way it's going and how rightfully so she is getting clowned, and this social media stuff is different.
Exactly.
He is the type I know that could live by it, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the memes I'm seeing, and they not letting up. Usually stuff be a week. PG.
I know
they are not letting up. I get the worst memes. I just heard I just shared. I don't even share memes. I shared a couple. I heard the Kevin Hart when he said he saw a baby walking on.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. I mean, we know she over there doing the research, so she probably was taking a little bit
late night scrolling and then seeing Kevin Hart little stand up when he saw a baby walking.
Light bulb.
Man, light bulb went off. Like, it's better way. Look, I get it. It's better ways to handle the situation.
Yeah.
Like,
ain't no more other dudes in Birmingham, girl. I don't know. This is the epitome if I could turn back the hands of time. Because I know she wished she would have run that clock back. And then the fact that she returned home with money, like, you just walked home And that was my first thought because there was an FBI agent and he stated like, hey, normally when some people get, released from kidnapping situations, they run to the first house, the first car, the first person. But you was able to walk home or even get dropped off. Like, this is ridiculous.
That do make sense. Money. If you like kidnap, you're gonna run to the first person.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? House to help you, like frantic, like help. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Run up somebody's porch.
It's giving me like Angela Bassett when she ran from that hotel. Like I'll be running like that cross highways and whatnot.
He took an Uber Deluxe back to the crib.
Like I'm back, and it was funny because she came back like after like the 48th or 49th hour. I'm like, okay, well, yeah,
somebody helped her. Who helped her?
Well, they're saying there was a friend that supposedly followed her. I don't know. It's so many versions and stories and details. I can't even keep them straight. Like I was trying to keep abreast, and my head started hurting. I'm like, this is too much.
You up the movie Lifetime?
It's definitely about to be some documentaries and
it gotta be a
breakdown.
It sound like some Lifetime stuff.
Because TikTok blowing her up.
Psych.
I don't know.
It's man, unbelievable.
Yeah. What Tupac said, what you do for love.
Man,
won't give up. Tried everything.
That man, you can't take the smile off. I need an interview, bro. You got to come to the front. Man.
No, the gag is.
I need an interview, bro.
His social media, he's gained like over 10,000 followers, meaning
you turning up.
The flock is up. It's lit right now. He about to find his wife for real. You done led this man to his future wife, and you over here playing around because you was crying over a script.
Turned up now. You want to figure out, man, whoa, why she feel like she need to do all that?
Yes, that's the thing.
She turned this dude. Hey, man, I need an interview, man. Really,
yeah.
This man, I believe anything he say about her now. You know what I'm saying? You would, anybody would.
I'm sure you got a couple homies like I told you.
Man, she was crazy, man. Crazy. I told you.
Some dudes be liking crazy now. Y'all be liking a little bit crazy.
Yeah, it's levels though.
Yeah,
I will give you that.
She level 12.
Getting cussed out from time to time, she spaz out a little bit. Okay, you might get cussed out on. You might get the finger pointing. You know what I'm saying? You might even get pushed a little bit. Right. She might go off on you for no reason because she thinks something.
Yeah.
But that's about as crazy as I'm gonna have it. But it's levels to it. A little crazy is okay. A little feistiness.
Yeah.
But not real crazy.
Just know, husband, I know you're watching. You ain't gotta worry about none of that when it comes to me, okay? First of all, I'm going to Chick-fil-A or something, but I ain't about to get no cheeses for the 2 days, okay? You're about to see a Chick-fil-A footage.
Right.
I'm about to be really popping.
Right, all that.
Reese cup. Like I would have had a whole cart full of
like a whole pack. No spinning night bag, everything. Fully charged.
You about to be comfortable, okay? My bonnet about to be packed.
You need to step up, man. Just disappear. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You want to disappear, you want some attention, people still would have been looking for you. Like, where's she at? My man probably would have caught wind of it. Like, man, she missed. I'm sure somebody would have called him, like, is she over there? Like, we haven't seen her in a couple days. You want to just take it crazy. Like, go ask me new time.
Yeah, I don't know.
She was on alert, though, for real. All jokes aside.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I am happy that she's alive, but something needs to be done. They may actually, I don't know the law like that, but I won't be surprised if there is not a law. There is going to be like some charges or a specific law for this type of situation. Like you could get charged. Of course, there are things that they have now generally, but there may be specific charges for this, like, faking a kidnapping or something like that.
She gotta do that.
But yes,
pay restitution. Like she had to pay restitution for the people that was looking for you. taxpayers' dollars. And man, she need to go to somebody's facility or something for no less than a year.
Oh my God, there was a GoFundMe around the camera. Oh my God,
man, they got cheese for man.
And her family was seemingly well off. Like her mom was in real estate. I forgot exactly what her dad did, but they were like, prominent-ish people. They said allegedly she may have had a drug problem. I'm not sure. She did get caught stealing from work that day. I don't know. Like,
but hold on. What happened to the Google search? I thought she Googled how not to get caught stealing from.
I don't think she Googled that specifically. I don't recall that one, but don't.
I thought no, she Googled how to steal from a register.
Yeah. Apparently, maybe the YouTube video she watched was incredible. I don't know, but they had cameras though, so she
1960s, 80s type stuff. You got cameras right there.
But I mean, not to say I know a lot, but if you're gonna do that, use the public library, girl. Don't be on the phones. That's what the people do.
That's amateur hour, man. Amateur hour.
Saying, man, come get her.
You doing your research, like you gotta go to the library.
Like big
you can't
brother.
do it from your own Wi-Fi. That's the first thing they gonna check.
What she should have watched was Enemy of the State. She would have understood. You always got Big Brother watching your behind. Like, it's like you said, carbon digital footprints.
Damn, they got 65 G's on the go. Man, go fund me. See, that's messed up though, because people was really trying to help.
And that's the thing. I would be hell if I had somebody that was actually missing at the same time. Like, I would go off.
Somebody somewhere that we're not hearing about. Somebody somewhere went missing that week.
Yeah,
they spent all that time. I can guarantee it. Because that human trafficking stuff is the real.
It's serious. It's
very serious.
Well, any final thoughts, Brillo?
Man, get help, girl.
Yeah, I mean,
and never wear pink and green again, bro.
Oh man,
never. Embarrassed.
I ain't gonna lie. A part of me was like, why she could have been something else.
They wanted to throw out that diamond.
When I saw that picture, I was like,
could have been a poodle or a diamond.
Please, man. Well, we gotta. Yeah, she definitely.
Hey, whoever is the head in charge of all of the chapters, make that call.
It's definitely some meetings going on.
I don't know I don't know the hierarchy or that on the board.
We have a national president, and it's set up like the government. Honestly, we have regions and so
y'all need to get in that room and look, strip her of all her privileges and honors of being an illustrious sorority.
If she paid her dues, she refunded or not. Actually, keep the dues. She don't need no refund because she owes some people anyway.
Pissed. She won't stop talking about it.
Oh man!
Hey, you can't come to the Detroit chapter. They on her head, man. My sister.
Oh my God! We are supposed to be about community service. This ain't community service, Carly.
I know when you saw that picture, you was like, "No, say it ain't so." What they were saying in the group chat,
man. I can't even say. It's just such an embarrassment. Like, granted, okay, I'm getting it 20-fold. I feel bad as a person's embarrassment, as a black person, a woman, and a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Like, I really am feeling like triple, quadruple embarrassment here.
That's mad embarrassing. So, like, that'd be like her being from Detroit.
At least I'm not from Alabama.
No, that from my block, right? No, it'd be her being from my hood.
Well, players, if any man is brave enough to suit her in the future, be careful, sir.
Ooh.
Just be careful. Don't piss her
off. Nobody will though, because
it's some man that's turned on. Some crazy fool is turned on by it.
Feel like he could get some out or something. She not
clout, because she make you do a book. She make it flip this. You know how it is.
I don't even know if
This
she.
day and age.
Yeah, she definitely can flip it. Why
Give
don't
it
she
some
just
time.
stand on it? Stand on it. Just go double down.
She
Make you
needs
a
some
book
time.
deal. If you talk, and somebody don't listen. I know I am. You might be able to monitor. No, I don't even know if I want that.
She had to get them
We for
cheeses.
sure gonna have some copycats if she start making money.
That's what I'm saying. I
But
can see it.
yeah, the way that, you know what I'm saying, today's climate, she will make money and we will have
Mhm.
copycats. It's coming.
Yeah. Shout out to Cheeses. I mean, this may be some advertisement, maybe. I don't
Oh,
know.
Jesus, Jesus, stop
Look,
the roof.
if I was
Oh, I ain't
gonna
gonna
be
lie, it did make me
hey,
want to get some spicy cheddar.
Brillo,
Little
if
white
you
cheddar.
Brillo, you about to be locked up somewhere for 48 hours. What snacks you getting? Because I know Cheeses ain't on the list.
48-hour snacks I'm getting? No. Cheese. I'm gonna have to give me some Lays, a couple of Bevs, give me some Reese's, maybe
Facts.
some Doritos. Whatever. I gotta probably have some cheese with the Doritos, you know, the little Tostinos cheese.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's a fire.
we
Ooh, that's
good.
yes. Yeah, let me know what y'all what y'all doing in y'all 2-day
These
hiatus.
way too dry. Like they good, but them boy, come on, y'all. We didn't all had cheeses. You eat a handful, you gonna need that Bev quick.
Oh man, that's Lord. Liam Neeson probably like, dang, girl, I can't
He
save
probably
you.
like, yes, this is publicity. We might get a sequel.
That's facts. It may be a take it for it. I love taking. That's one of my. If it's on TV, I'm stuck
Right.
until it's off. Like that's my movie. Well, it's 3 of them, but you know what I mean.
Cheeses, right, boo. Cheeses, bro. Cheeses, all the little
That's what I'm saying.
boom drums and wham whams. You got some cheeses.
Her creativity is whack. Like we already see her story is whack. So
I know I saw some cheeses at the gas station. They was dust on them boys.
I got cheeses in the house, but it's for my nephews for his snacks. He ain't even opened those up yet. So you already know if an 8-year-old ain't opened up the box out of from 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Oh yeah, them boys dry. He gonna eat them on them last result.
that's what he doing. That's like the last. It's got 2 more snacks left. It's about to be bust open on Sunday. Yeah, but I guess prayers to Carly and her family and whoever was involved, and everyone else who's dealing with real events.
People that's dealing with real events.
Yes. Well, speaking of real events, this Tupac case, apparently, Henderson police and Nevada, that's where he passed. They have some new developments, and they got a search warrant for a home, and they're have some new developments, and they're saying his documentary with his mom, Dear Mama. I was actually supposed to review that, but never got a chance to. But they said it kind of also sparked, a resurgence after 25, almost 30 years, maybe. We already know a lot of the events. We already know who we blame for the shooting. But like, Brillo, do we at this point, do we even need this? I feel like they really just
at this point, they're exploiting the name of the late great legend, Tupac. If they cared they could have been solved this case years ago. They know this is no new information. They're simply exploiting this Tupac for whatever reasons, attention, clicks, likes, to take the public's attention off of a real problem. But this is ridiculous. There's no new information. You guys knew this all along. It's just exploitation at this point because they still know. You say Tupac, even though it's 25 years later, he still is held in high regard and reverence in life as one of the most influential people of my generation.
Yeah.
And probably of all time, in my opinion. So, it's the same thing. It's like them saying, "Oh, we got new evidence on the death of I don't know, MLK or something." Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like, come on, like just at this point. And normally I would be the one like, yes, let's get the justice. But first of all, the person that we feel, had seemed to be proven to have done it, he already died. So I just feel like justice, what is that in terms of this case? But you're right. I mean, you still can get clout off of this name.
Right.
It's just funny how these deceased artists are being brought up. Like there's a lot of Aaliyah content being, with
Yeah.
these interviews.
I actually seen some King Von stuff brought up.
Mm,
It's just disgusting.
yeah.
I'm like, it's just, and then it's like, it's crazy because they bought the King Von stuff up at a time like where the violence was I guess kind of dissipating in Chicago in those areas.
Mm,
Like they were doing some positive things, and now the other side is kind of getting teased a little bit because of some ignorance. I don't know if you know up
mm-mm.
on it, but I think he might have asked. I don't know for sure, but he may have asked for PC. But
Oh,
the
I saw
man
that.
was on the block
I
with
saw that.
his entire ops gang over there. So
Yeah, I did see
in
that.
order to prove to society that he was as hard as he said he was supposed to just go and
Going to the
get
left.
basically stabbed to death by at least 30, 40 members of his rival gang. No, I'm going, I'm going to PC. I'm sorry. But
No,
yeah,
yeah,
like you said, they bringing up all this stuff about these deceased artists,
yeah.
and I mean, it's an agenda, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, I always feel like it's some monetary, reasons because why? But like you said, they come out, seems like with a Biggie and or Tupac story or documentary like every year.
They exploiting them. They're gonna be able, and they know they're gonna be able to do it forever. We're never
Every
gonna get tired of. I didn't watch Dear Mama, and I know it was good. Everybody told me it was good. It was good. It's good. It's good. I don't care at this point, man. I feel like I'm related to Tupac. I'm a
doing
damn near the core. Like, I don't need to hear anything.
yeah.
Anybody need this? You can't tell me nothing about Pac that I don't know. It ain't a track out that I ain't heard. Like I'm good. I just see it for what it is to me. Like even though the people who did it, they could have did a great job, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. I personally won't watch it.
No, I get it. I get it. What's up, OT?
Oh,
Demarcus said,
what up, though?
what do we think about Keefe D interview? I watched clips previously. I feel like it was an old interview on Vlad, but I haven't watched no new stuff.
He been telling it for years.
Yeah.
He's a different type of different. He is very different.
Yes, to say the least. But I mean, I don't know.
It's just exploitation. You know what I mean?
That's the best
for the simple fact that Tupac is a legend,
Yeah.
not only in rap, but they see the trajectory. They know what he means to the culture. That's why it infuriates me when young people try to diminish him. But I understand why they do it. It's to dig at the OGs. It don't have nothing to do with Pop. And it's what you do as a young person.
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't have to like it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what they expect to find in terms of evidence in the house 20 some odd years later, almost 30 years. Like, what? What do you expect to find? And I really truly feel like the police has a lot to do with it. The case not being solved. And there's a lot of other undercover things, allegedly. I'm just going to say, no problems. But
it's crazy.
It's a mess. But, well, good luck with that. Nevada Police Department. Henderson, I think specifically. Hey Moochie, thank you.
Reached in time. What up, Moochie? They don't got nothing else to do.
Nothing else. Ain't nobody over there, pissing on the statue on the strip nowhere in Vegas. Like, come on. But let's move on. I'm not sure if you heard of this story of Tierra Young Allen, but she is a Houston TikToker who went to Dubai, and she's been in prison for the past couple of months because she raised her voice with a man. She was returning, I believe, a rental car or a friend's rental car, and they would not return her documents. They wanted an undisclosed amount of money, and the guy seemingly to be aggressive, and she seemed like she was matching the aggressive energy. And she now has, she still is in prison for this. And I brought this case up mainly because there has been a surge of travel. And don't get me wrong, I love when our people travel, explore, do all the things. You know what I'm saying? I love that because I hate when people are closed-minded and just stay in their same city and don't travel. But I do feel like you have to do a certain amount of education to understand where you're traveling to. You know, I haven't been out, side of the US. I mean, Puerto Rico is considered the US, so I've been there, but that's technically not connected to the States, but it's still, US, whatever. But I told myself when I do travel abroad, I'm learning the language as much as I can. I'm learning all the rules because America, we're free. We are so lenient here. And you can't go to these places not understanding. Like, have you not realized the Brittany Griner situation? Like, that didn't open your eyes. So I just, like, what do you feel about us just traveling abroad and just really not understanding how it works in other countries in terms of their laws and religion?
It's a sad situation, but you got to realize when you go to these other countries, you don't have you're not in America. You can do. That's why you need to avoid all contact. I mean, all conflict.
Yes.
And I know it's out of our nature because as Americans, we have certain rights. Well, that other countries don't have. But yeah, it's crazy as it sounds. Her raising her voice to this dude who probably was raising his voice to her. You gotta avoid all contact, all conflict. You're not in America, so you can't act like you are. If you get caught with weed in Dubai, you're going to jail, prison. They don't care who you are. Even Snoop Dogg couldn't take his weed to Dubai. Snoop Dogg.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so she like the Brittany Griner situation in these other countries. You already got a red, target on your back because you are an American. Even though you're black and you might not feel as connected to the country as other demographics, to them, they don't see black. They see American. They see red, white, and blue, and instant attitude comes. With these other countries, you have to be careful. You got to be abreast of the laws. And that she had been sitting in there for a minute for nothing.
Exactly.
She did nothing wrong. But nothing wrong by American standards, but not ain't no telling when she coming back. Because now this country's gonna want something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Look what Russia got for Brittany Griner.
A minute.
Brittany Griner was famous. Like, this is a regular chick.
Just wanted to play ball, play sports.
This is it's sad, but yeah, you gotta know your
exactly booby trap. You gotta act like you got
certain places that I just don't want to go.
Yeah. And Dubai is definitely a destination, I personally would like to travel to. But please believe if or when I do, I'm going to understand what to do. And you have to have enough self-control to realize, I'm not down the street. I need to act accordingly. I'm gonna calm down because it ain't worth it. And I don't even know what the original amount that he was asking for. But apparently she has a lawyer and she's trying to get out. Her mom is fighting for her over here. So hopefully she's free soon. But this needs to be like a lesson to travelers. Like, you can't go over there all nilly-willy. Yeah, they looking at Instagram and social media. Oh, that's a cute, photo opportunity or a cute little vlog opportunity. It's beyond that. You're soaking up and you're in the midst of somebody else's culture, and you have to be prepared to abide by those laws.
You got to be humble. Can't be emotional. You got to avoid conflict. You got to take an L. Okay, let that man think he up. Just have a seat and wait. Why is she waiting here? I'm waiting until you can talk to somebody else and figure out what's going on.
Facts.
Don't make a big scene, a big deal out of it. You're not in your hood. Yeah. They're gonna lock you up. She should have just because you go come home. Yeah. Call your parents, let them get on it, go back to the hotel. Find somebody who can help you. I guarantee you it was somebody in there that she could have found that could have helped her because they clearly was trying to finagle some money up out of her.
Facts.
It's somebody that could have helped her get her stuff back so she could get where she needed to go. At the time, it was frustrating, and she did what any person would do. And I'm not blaming her, but it's just a sad situation.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, there's some updates soon about that. Let's see here. It's but no. Speaking of which, I gotta talk about your girl real quick, Sukiyana. Did you see the video of her over here? I believe it was London or England, somewhere, where she's over there talking about she's ready to get her private parts scratched or snatched, and that she ready to eat some booty. Like, she doing a lot overseas. Like, I feel like she's doing too much. I don't know if you've seen it, but
she's a shock value.
Yeah, but to this young lady Tiara, like, you gotta be careful. You can be in Miami on the strip talking like that, but I know, England, their rules aren't as strict as Dubai, what have you, but I don't know. I just feel like, do you subscribe to the logic? You gotta behave for the white people, or are you like F that? Like, where do you stand?
You gotta behave for yourself first and foremost. It ain't about
Great
white
answer.
people. You just gotta know where you're at. I know she is shock value rapper. That's what she's gonna do. You know what I mean? But you can't tell a person like her to tone it down. She'll figure it out when she's locked up for indecent exposure for a couple years.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's a lot.
I ain't have all the facts, bro. I ain't have all the facts. I didn't know she had it. She talking about the last time. OT always on my head.
Yes. Bro. He got a scoreboard over there.
I ain't know she had that conversation. I know they was talking freaky to each other. Her yeah, I didn't know they omitted that part. So he wasn't out of bounds by trying to shoot his shot because they had previously been talking freaky. I thought my man just came out of nowhere and grabbed her up. You know what I'm saying? That would have been out of bounds. But
yeah. All right, let's get into a little bit of sports, okay? Because your boy Kevin Durant got roasted so bad this week. It was hilarious. If y'all who watch it, if y'all haven't, just Google or just go on YouTube, Kevin Durant versus Ryan Davis. If you are not familiar, Ryan Davis is a comedian. He's not that huge, but I've actually seen him in person. I want to feel like he's from North Carolina, but I'm not quite sure. But he's actually a good comedian in my eyes. But apparently Kevin Durant made a post or what have you, stating that offense wins games, not defense. And of course, Ryan Davis chimed in. He was like, no, defense wins games. And he proceeded, and it was going back and forth because Kevin Durant called him a trash comedian. But so he's like, oh,
no problem with it. Like my man Ryan came through, he just talking sports. He wasn't disrespectful or nothing. And KD just jumps off the porch to calling this man a trash comedian. And what do you do that for?
That was a mistake because Ryan tore him a whole new one. And he literally had all the facts. He was giving him great pointers, just trashing his whole decision about going with Golden State. He really was going details, explaining why defense wins games versus offense. And as an NBA player who's been in the league, I'm not quite sure the years, but at least 10 years, I'm thinking Kevin Durant.
All the facts. You've seen
all the facts to your job, your organization.
KD might be a sucker, man. He way too sensitive. Like, why you even jump off the porch like that? And everybody know defense wins championships. Your team at Golden State was top 5 in defense.
And Ryan Davis proceeded to say, oh, you've been the scoring leader numerous times. So why haven't you gotten a ring yet, sir? Like, if offense wins games, like, he was really going in. It had to have been at least like a 6-7 minute video. So y'all, please watch it. Just YouTube Kevin Durant versus Ryan Davis is hilarious. But I just wanted to point that out because Kevin Durant is always taking L's.
I'm not right with KD. I got a theory about KD. You know what? I'm gonna release it right here on the Pretty Thorough podcast. Okay. I think KD might be on the DL. Man. I ain't never seen him linked to no Vixen. No, he's a built cajillionaire. I ain't never seen him linked with no chicks. Nothing.
He did have a girlfriend. She was in the WNBA.
She was kind of buff though.
No,
Real with you. She was buff, PG. She was a masculine woman. KD, man.
I don't know.
And he just so. I don't want to make it seem like I'm calling women sensitive, but
You
he
think
just
he's a
acts.
mama's boy? Is
acts
that it?
I'm a mama's boy though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We are mama's boys at the end of the day, unless you know your mom was just a scumbag or something.
No, I was thinking maybe I feel like there's levels to it to where
Yeah,
like
I
she
don't know
really
what's up with
coddled him to where he was one of those kids
KD
that was
on the
told
down
it's
low.
okay to cry and was allowed to cry all the time stuff. But some sons was like, they was told to, stop crying, blah blah blah,
You an NBA player with all this money, like ain't no like you don't got no kids out here. I know, like no kids, no wife. You like in your 30s, you got billions of dollars, and then you just it don't seem like, dog, come on. And all we can do is we can link you with one girl that was a masculine woman. You're gay, and we don't care. Just come out. Because he is extra soft with this stuff. Like Ryan was not even coming for him. He got fake Twitter accounts in the comments, worried about what everybody's saying. Like, bro, look at little even somebody like that's not even on his level. These NBA players, like you can link them with. Look at Kyle Kuzma. Not even on KD level. He got model chicks, Jordan Poole going out with, you know what I'm saying, Ice Spice, model chick. Ain't none of these girls try to get none of that KD cheese. KD, man, you not fooling nobody. I'm sorry. He ain't.
I need to ask the
What's
fellas.
my theory? OT agree with me, bro.
We know OT agree. I should have asked y'all about that ticket, that $500K he done spent on a date with Ice Spice. I should have asked y'all about that.
I don't never. Hey, look. What's one thing I don't never do? I ain't counting your money. If that's what he could throw it away for all he want. That's a little too rich for my blood, but a lot of people getting on him about that. I don't care. I wouldn't do it. KD, like you need to stop, bro. Go ahead and retire, man.
And focus on your hair care and some lotion and
that's what I'm saying. Like how, like clear, like he a different type of person, bro. How do your hair look like that?
I just go bald. Like, I don't understand, like Brillo as a man. Like what?
A lot of dudes don't want to go bald. Like Brian got the receding hairline, but his junk at least laid down. He'd throw the headband on there. You know he's brushing his hair.
He be sweating off sometimes though. Like the dye be sweating off sometimes.
Yeah, but KD just don't care.
Yeah, Booby Traps. Link
right. Hair care. Man, help your boy out, Booby.
You ain't doing no community service, Booby Traps. Come on, holla at your boy.
Help your boy out, man. I'm telling you, look, in 5 and 10 years when KD's boyfriend come out, you remember where you heard it first.
That's why he ain't no woman with no ashy man. Or I would say I care more about the hair. Like, I can get him some lotion.
I don't believe it. Nobody ain't strapped KD. Nah.
I don't know. Teeth is important. So oral care and just the way you keep yourself up, your shoe, like he just always I realize, and that's actually a study. A lot of NBA players are actually very socially awkward, and maybe that's it. I don't know. It just seems like he loves basketball, and that's his only focus. He don't care for the women's in terms of romantic relationships. So I don't know, but Kevin Durant, just next time, just be prepared. I don't even think he responded. You can't really respond to a roast like that. So I don't know.
He should have just liked the post. Like, you know what?
You got me.
He should have liked the post. Like, okay. And Ryan, not a trash comedian.
No, I've seen like I said,
fire. He's just not, you know what I'm saying, on that level yet. Yeah. But he keep going in on you. He might be.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But all right, Kevin Durant. Another sports story. Miles Bridges. Okay, So if you're not familiar with him, chat, whoever's watching, he plays for the Charlotte Hornets. He's in the picture behind Brillo. Now, I'm particularly a fan because, I'm in Charlotte and me and my husband frequent, the Hornets games. And he actually was having very good seasons. Right before, maybe a day or so before his contract renewal, his wife posted, photos and made a reveal that there was a domestic violence situation. And he, allegedly, I'm going to say, I'm just saying it to cover myself, but she showed photographs and he didn't necessarily deny it. But he actually, was supposedly putting hands on her. So he finally reached, spoke out after a year or so because he was really up for a very huge contract. I mean, very huge because he was definitely doing his thing. So he has now been signed to a 1-year deal with the Hornets, and he may actually get extended. So the Hornets are forgiving him, because it seems like he has a lot of remorse. That's what they're saying. That was part of their reason for allowing him back in. But I wanted to bring this case up because I wanted to ask you, what is it's a fine line between your professional life and your personal life. So in this case, when you're a public figure, like, do you think what you do in your personal life should, affect your professional life? Because, we've had situations, for instance, like Karens. I love when a Karen get, recorded and they get fired. I be loving that. Okay. So in that type of situation, I will love that. And in this case, I'm torn because I'm like, dang, you can't be out here, hitting on people. But
Man,
at what cost?
Miles Bridges. I love Miles Bridges. I rock with his
He's from
music.
Flint, right?
Yeah, he's from the Dirty Glove. That's
Mm-hmm.
Michigan. You know what I'm saying? He's a different type of dude. He did something that's unforgivable. That's very bad, very bad. And I do think he should have some punishment for it. Hopefully he can be on the road to forgiveness or the path, and he's getting the help that he needs. But Miles, he made a huge mistake. Luckily, it's not one that he can't come back from. She's still alive. He didn't. What I'm saying? It's not something that he can't come back from. He can ask for forgiveness. Some will probably hold this over his head to the day he dies, and then they'll probably still bring it up when his name is mentioned years from now. If somebody get drafted and they got game like Miles, they'll probably still mention it forever. Hopefully, I just hope he getting the help that he need. I hope his family is cool because hell of a player. I met him, a couple times. Seemed like a cool dude, He's got to calm down and kind of like, evaluate, woosah, walk away from situations, toxic situations like that. Can't jump off can't do stuff like that. Like OT said, he was definitely out of pocket. Can't co-sign that. But it is a path to forgiveness if he get the help that he need. I'm not willing to condemn the man forever, even though what he did was, terrible. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, he's a public figure. He's a representation of Charlotte. Like if I did something stupid, you know what I'm saying, my job is I'm gonna get fired. If I do something, that's why I don't say the stuff. I don't say the stuff that I want to say on here all the time.
You sure?
Because if I start making, you know what I'm saying, crazy money off, yeah. You think OT is bad? I'm telling you.
Oh God!
I can turn it up a notch. Yeah,
triple uncut pack.
Right. I could definitely turn it up a notch. But yeah, shout out to Miles. Shout out to his family. I know he's gonna bounce back. People don't know Miles do music too. And
I know that's why I like his stuff.
Like if it didn't work out with Bounce,
I like his stuff. It's definitely some good music. So we'll see. Hopefully he learns his lesson. Get counseling, whatever he needs to do.
Right, Malika Andrews. It don't matter what Miles do. She gonna bring it up no matter what. She hate everybody.
Oh gosh. And so in a little bit of political news, Hill Harper, actor, lawyer, activist, author, he is actually running for Senate for Michigan. And typically I get a little side eye when I see, actors or what have you doing political things when they don't really have a lot of experience. But he has a law degree. He's went to school with Obama. He actually worked for Obama for a little bit. So he has some experience. But when we had the likes of, Orange Agent for 4 years, I feel like damn near anybody could be qualified to be in the politics. We had Arnold Schwarzenegger. So we have situations, Ronald Reagan, people, the celebrities running for offices. But I'm actually okay with this. I actually like Hill Hopper. It's funny because I just did an Into Deep review, and of course he was in there. It's so hilarious to see him in that role. But how do you feel about Hill Hopper, actor per se, even though he's other things, running for Senate for your state?
Like you said, it's all bets off when Trump got up in there. Well, my man seemed to be, I'm not mad at it. I don't know a lot about his policies, but he seemed to be pretty sharp. Like you said, he has a law degree. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's in it for the right reasons. So
yeah,
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I agree. And before we get out of here, I just want to mention one story. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. So it's a little bit of Let Me Holla at You. I'm not sure if you're familiar with NeNe Leakes. She's a reality TV star. Known for Real Housewives of Atlanta. You may have heard your wife or your sisters, whatever, talk about her. But I wanted to bring this story up. Her son, Bryson, recently just got arrested for possession of fentanyl. Okay, that's bad.
What he had, do you know?
I don't exactly know. Let's see if I can find out real quick while I'm talking. But my issue with this story, he has a younger brother. They're several years in age, and he gave the police his brother's name.
Yeah, that's
this is common.
Amateur hour.
But it pissed me off because I'm like, come on, why are you bringing him? And his brother actually had a whole situation. He was in a coma. He just had to relearn how to walk. Like, he went through all these things. But according to what you would say, I feel like this is some sucker-ish when you over here throwing your little brother under the bus.
This happened to me and almost messed my career up.
Oh, really?
My cousin gave him my name. What? Didn't say nothing about it. Issued a warrant out for me. I went to get my little fingerprints for my job. I ain't had no contact with the laws in years.
Wow.
I got warrants, so I had to clear it up. Luckily, my cousin is real skinny. So they looked at me like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I had to ride around. And he did it to my other cousin, too.
Y'all cool now? That's what I want to know.
No, the only reason I did get on him, because my grandma, I'm not about to stress her out for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I'm not about to stress Granny out. Cause she knew what time it was. But yeah, I had to ride around with this paper, say I wasn't him.
Okay.
I'm not going to. I'm telling all the business, all the family business.
It's a safe space.
What he was in for? I'm just gonna say, my cousin is a trans community person. So he had the boy real out here looking
crazy. That's why you so fed up with the community.
He couldn't even be doing nothing like,
nothing
horrible, bro. Got that on my name.
Well, he was selling booty. Like, what was he doing? Dang, Rillo. Dang.
Yeah, it was bad. And then I had to get the prints from my job. It was just,
oh my God, that's a nightmare. Oh, that's a nightmare. Yes, thank you, EJ. I just saw it as one article. It was only a small plastic bag. Yeah, but they're not really giving how much it weighed and whatever.
But yeah, that's messed up. You can't.
That is facts.
You gotta give another alias. And yeah, before we get out, man, I know. Did you hear about Gilly's?
Thank you to Marcus.
that's the sad Gillie Kid.
Yes, I wanted to bring that up. Gillie the Kid, Philly rapper. He has a podcast, $1 Million Worth of Game. His son, I believe.
Thanks to Marcus, they doubling up. I get
Thank
one
you,
too.
DeMarcus.
DeMarcus is the MVP.
Thank you, DeMarcus. We appreciate it.
Legendary.
Thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate that.
Definitely.
Make sure a little like would be nice too. I know you done did that. The rest of y'all, if y'all ain't on DeMarcus level, please like the videos. Okay, we love y'all. Just like the videos. All right. We love y'all. But yes, Gillie the Kid, I believe it was last night. His oldest son was involved in a triple murder, I believe, and he was one of the victims. Just very, very just
sad. It was sad because of what $1 Million Game.
It was what about
represents.
Yeah.
They're really trying to teach the youth not to, crash out and resort to violence. They really been on a tear of their messages. Put the guns down. That's all to him and Wallow. I got a lot of respect for them.
Yeah.
For them. They seem super solid. Like you said, I don't know these dudes, but they just going off what I see.
Yeah.
They seem like real OGs,
real
OGs.
Always giving
not
game.
The fake stuff, right? Just that's why they call it $1 Million Worth of Game. They really seem like them guys.
They do.
And for his son,
to go that way,
go out like that. But he had said previously before, like he had been trying to, help his son out, but his son was engulfed in the street culture.
Yeah,
and it took him. And prayers up for him, Gillie, and his family.
Yeah,
I felt like that was.
It's very sad. He's been very supportive. I believe. I think he has. I'm not sure if he has a son. I know he has a son and a daughter. I'm not sure if it was 2 sons, but I think it's him because I know he's a rapper. But he was supporting a lot of his. I believe it was She's. He was always playing his music, always vibing to it on his podcast. Especially
he loved Detroit music too.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's very supportive. He was over there in Colorado with Deion Sanders, with the kids. Like Wallow, he did a 20-year bid, came out and really has been, schooling the young bucks, just on a grind for the past.
So inspirational.
Yeah, very, because it don't happen like that a lot. Some people either go back in and out or just,
And then the respect I got for Gillie for even putting him in that position.
Mm-hmm.
Coming home, that was just good to see.
They great yin and yang. I definitely enjoy a lot of their content. Prayers, especially to his mom as well. Because that's a hard pill to swallow to get that call. I can't even imagine getting that call. And like you said, you're supposed to bury your kids. So your kid's supposed to bury you. You're not supposed to bury your kids. And so it's just sad. And just always, I don't know the story specifically what happened, but regardless of what the story is, I know it wasn't worth that. I don't know what would it take for these kids to really just get some act right and just put the guns down? Like I don't know what the answer is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I mean, they say like what Huey say? I'm talking about Huey from Boondocks too.
Okay.
He said, "What Grandpa? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? When you want to do something but you don't know what to do." Grandpa say, "You do what you can. We gotta do what we can."
Yeah.
I want to do something, don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I try to do what I can in my everyday job, but y'all already know in the Discord, I lost every year. I lose some students.
Yeah.
Every year to gun violence, I lose students that sit in my classroom.
How do you, if you might ask me, how do you deal with that? Because that's one of the reasons why, because my husband always tells me I should have been a teacher. But I just know certain positions and jobs I can't handle because I would end up taking home with me. How do you deal with that, mentally with
it can get sad at times, especially when you lock in with these kids. It feel like, it's sad. Like my theme music for the show. Shout out to J-Mo. Rest in peace. He made that track for me. And then they got him. Like,
Wow.
yeah, it's you just gotta help the ones that you can.
Yeah. Can't save everybody, unfortunately, but the ones who
It's
listens.
crazy though that I can damn near tell. I can tell. I mean, you can tell like who's pretending and who's like really in the streets. And then at that point, I just try to give them game and try to help them. Like, okay, you might not want to do that. Like,
Yeah.
you might want to do it like this.
Hmm.
Let some things slide. I used to always tell them sometimes you gotta let some stuff slide. You don't
Yeah.
know what you might do.
Yeah.
That's how I would try to play it.
Take that L. It ain't worth it. Yeah, I don't. And it's really sadder when it's an innocent bystander or somebody that's just at a party trying to enjoy their life, not even in the game. And that's when it hurts a lot. It's all hurts, but
Kid,
that really gets me the most.
the last kid, right before summer hit, graduation party, caught a stray. The nicest young man in the world, man. Not even he wasn't even you know what I'm saying, that type of kid that was in the streets. He
That hurt.
wasn't like Kennard or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You had Kennard in your class. Think about it.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you have your, you know what I'm saying, Dookies and Mike Lee's. That's how is that bad that I categorize
No,
the
because
kids
you can
the
see
wider
you can see
characters?
it in kids. Unfortunately, you can kind of call them,
I
when
had
they
a lot of
early.
Kennards, kids that like, okay,
They,
I can't say that to him because he'll try to fight me.
yeah,
Like for real. Like he will try to fight me. So it kind of that's when you lean in and kind of like, chill out, man. Chill out, man. I don't want you to have to do something to that dude, man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You got to try to
no,
kind of teach him
yeah.
the game, but you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. We, as a country, we're so focused on women's vaginas and so many other things where we need to be focusing on these gun laws. I really don't think it's nothing that's going to prevent guns being in the streets.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
one thing that the white radical races will get behind, and that's keeping these guns out here in the streets.
mhm.
I say take them.
Yeah.
People have to knuckle up, but get your knife game together.
Get your
Nope.
John Wick on something.
Get your knife game together and have to scrap. Let's take it back. I feel like
Pops
if we
Friday.
just got rid of all of them,
Yeah.
but then it's always gonna be a black. Somebody always gonna have it. Like
Yeah.
and if they just took them right now, a
Exactly.
couple people still gonna have a few.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Even though it might be better, or do you just make it like if
It
you
got to be
get
hard.
caught with one, if you get caught with one, that's an automatic all
Yeah.
day?
Yeah.
Dare I say? That might make them put them down. If you get caught with this blick, you never coming home.
I mean, New York is one of the states that really have like strict gun laws. But I feel like I don't know. There are other countries that have these strict laws, and of course, it shows in their stats. Like the people are not dying like that.
Man.
So I understand and that's the thing. We got to deal with being a free country. We enjoy the perks, but this is one of the detriments of being a free
all
country.
these guns though.
Yeah,
It's too many of. It's too many. We too far gone. It's too many of them. We just got to change
we
the
can't.
mindset.
Like the war on drugs, the war on guns. I feel like it's an ever battle. It's never going to be something we're going to be able to get rid of. Just like Jacoby said.
Can they? I don't know. Maybe they could buy the guns back at a crazy price.
There was like churches, and I've seen.
I know, but like I'm talking about
and masses. The government.
I'm talking about like $5,000 for you know what I'm saying? Raise
No,
the
yeah,
prices.
yeah, but I feel like
for a pipe. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Pause.
that sounds good, but unfortunately, I feel like with our government, they at some level they want these things to occur because they still make money with the prison systems and the morgues. But I feel like they want us to kill each other off on some level as well too. So it's a funny game.
It's a dirty game. It's a
Uh,
dirty game. We know it, man. I hate to think like that. I hate that because then you feel hopeless.
yeah. I mean, it can be. You just gotta, get some Cheez-Its and brush your shoulders off, put your wig on right, and keep it moving. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Everybody has their little vices, and we just gotta deal with we gotta deal with every day in this life. So, like I said, rest in peace to can't remember his, government name, but Cheese, that's his rap name, but I couldn't think of his government name. But shout out to Gilly and his family. I know this is probably going to be very rough to deal with, but I'm sure he has a good circle around him that's going to be there as much as they can. Rilla, do you have anything else going on, that you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I might, if I have a chance, I might hop on Moochie channel.
Okay.
When we get out of here, I'm gonna be on Miss K's at 12. We also got the Television Commissioners presenting the second annual TVC draft.
Okay.
You took part in that last year, so I'm gonna be putting the invites out. That's gonna be next week, and we having a tournament of Queen Pins. And look, don't troll me, y'all. We better get this right, because last year I made a whole tournament for a certain somebody, and then had the nerve to finish second. It was disgusting, but yeah, keep your notification bells on. I got a lot of stuff in the works.
Okay, all right. Yes. So I'm going on vacation from work next week, so I'm taking a little, breaky break. But I'll be back here next Friday. But yes, I'm still working on planning on doing my Higher Learning movie review. There's a Power video I'm working on, and of course we'll resume with Power episode 3 of season 5 in 2 weeks. And if you haven't caught the Team Toxic conference for a few days ago, please check that out. Brillo, OT, Detroit,
Team Toxic, OT,
Booby Traps, they in the building. Please,
Detroit Kings and Waves Eagles.
These guys kept me entertained on my toes for 2 hours. Definitely never a dull moment with those 4. So I'm working on a part 2. So I'll be linking with y'all in a couple weeks, because I still got more questions for y'all. I may need to make this a monthly situation. But yeah, you guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll be on Miss K's live as well at midnight. I may be on Moochie's, I'm not sure. But yeah, go to Moochie's channel, I believe, at 10. And thank y'all for coming through. Thank you again, DeMarcus, for the super chats. We appreciate you. Thank you, Booby Traps, Jacoby, Big Wolf, EJ, OT, I've said EJ, De Niro Beats. Shout out to De Niro Beats for the intro. Inga, Candy Love, Samara, DeMarcus, Vaughn, all you guys. If I miss y'all, I'm sorry, Big Wolf. But thank y'all for supporting us, and we'll see y'all back here next week. All right. Toodles.